Hello traders and new subscribers to this video channel. Thank you very much for tuning in, and this week video, it's called Live Trading Phase 2 starts now. This past week I received a lot of emails from you guys ever since I announced that we're entering Phase 2 of our learning. Okay, I get it. You're eager and excited and you want to find out how I find my trade setups. Today, you're going to learn how I do this, and I'm going to show you some of my trading tools that help determine which individual currencies are strong, which ones are weak, and even neutral. That means going sideways. In fact, I'm going to reveal some of my personal secrets that you won't find anywhere else, and there's no one on the internet that teaches you the way I'm going to in this video. You'll see some very, very powerful stuff. Again, I urge all of you to watch this video right to the end, and like this little boy here, okay, be ready to be amazed. And as always, we're going to review this past week's free trade signals. And by the way, the last 2 weeks were the best two trading weeks so far. Okay, this is me. My name is Martin, and I'm a proud Canadian trader. You can see that right here. And guys, I'm really excited about teaching you what I'm going to in this video. I think it'll help you tremendously. And I'm the author of the ABC Free Forex Signals, which I started about maybe 7 months ago. It's been going great, guys. And if you want to receive my free signals, all you have to do is send me your email address, okay? Later on, I'll give you the email address, but there it is right there if you want to pause the video. Okay, so send me your name. Give me your name. Tell me where you're from, what part of the world, and send me an email telling me you want to receive my free Forex signals. Okay, let's get started. And before I get into the charts, and we normally go into this past week's trading signals that I sent you. By the way, it was a terrific week. Okay. And before I start, here's my humble disclaimer. I want you to really pay attention. My free signal service is an educational program only. I'm trying to teach you how to trade correctly and not give you any specific investment advice. It's your responsibility to evaluate the relevance of my advice and content. Now, don't blame me if you lose all your money. You probably weren't paying attention to what I'm teaching you, and you're not following my instructions. Since we're trading with real money, only risk a maximum 1% of your account balance. Okay, that's my suggestion. And for new traders, start trading on a demo account only. You should do this for a minimum of about 3 weeks until you're successful making money on demo and you understand what this program is all about. Okay, let's take a look. Guys, we're going to look at the charts in just a second for our entries and what happened to the trades. First of all, I do want to mention I have one previous trade that was held over from the previous week. It was held over from May the 6th, and this was the buy Euro JPY, Japanese yen. It was kept open, and it ended up becoming a winner, a further winner, and we did add an additional 25 pips. You can see that right here. When it reached the second take profit level. Okay, so last week, this trade, the previous week on from May the 6th, it did actually reach the first take profit level. So we did make a whole bunch of pips then, but for this week, beginning of this week, it went even higher and reached our second profit level for an additional 25 pips. So congrats for all of you, or any of you who kept this trade open till this week, okay? Now, this previous week, we had two trades on May the 10th and May the 11th. The first one was a sell New Zealand CAD, and it was a nice winner, guys, beautiful winner for approximately 70 pips. That's quite good. It did reach our second take profit level. And then the next day on May 11th, I sent out to you by email the buy British pound, Australian dollar. So buy the British pound versus the Australian dollar. This also was a huge winner. Both were winners, okay? And this one won quite a bit, approximately 15 pips, and it also reached our second take profit level. So the pips won just this previous week with these two trades was approximately 210 pips, okay? And when we add the pips won the previous week to this one here, to this one, May the 10th to the 15th, guys, guess what? We have won now in 2 weeks 573 pips, making this one of the best two trading weeks ever. Okay, so for all of you who are doubting yourself, doubting me when we have the occasional loss, guys, I urge you to follow my instructions, trust the process, and win alongside with me because, guys, we're going to make a lot of money if you keep up with me. Okay, so that's what happened. We're going to take a look now at the actual chart. Let's take a look at this first one, the buy Euro JPY, which was held open. Okay, and you can see right here. By the way, right here you can see the original instructions from 2 weeks ago on the May 6th. Okay, this was the buy Euro JPY. And you can see here that I do, when I send out an email, okay, with my free trade signal, I send out the entry, the stop loss, the first take profit target, and the second take profit target. So I send all of that to you, and all you have to do, guys, all you have to do is just follow my instructions, okay? So this was the entry right here, okay? Right there, that was the entry. And you can see it went up on this day right here. It went up and hit our first take profit target. Okay, that was 131.94. And by the way, here's the stop loss. Okay, so we have our stop back here in case price reverses back. But then the next 2 days, you can see we had a pullback candle and a bit of a doji, another pullback. By the way, these are resting candles, okay? And as long as price is above this blue line, this moving average, and above this big green line, okay, we can expect price to go higher to at least to here. You see the previous high here. But this candle, you can see, actually went really high, and before coming right back down, it did hit our second profit target of 132.20. Okay, so that was a really, really big winner. Congrats to all of you who held the trade open till last week, and you saw this candle go up and take out our second take profit target level. Okay, so there we go, guys, and let's get going to our next trade. Okay, let's take a look here. This was the Sell New Zealand CAD. I sent you the email alert on May the 10th, okay? And that was right here. Let me just get my drawing tool. There's the signal, guys, okay? There's a signal. And right here, okay, this was the entry. So the signal was sent on May the 10th. So it's at the end of this candle. We're trading on daily candles only, guys. Remember that. We're not trading intraday or we're not scalping. Although I've gotten a lot of emails for people who are actually following my system. They like the overall direction of the trade and they're watching intraday. And once it goes in my direction, they're actually scalping and taking shorter. They're entering and taking shorter profits along the way down whenever it goes my direction. So that's pretty good, guys. You guys have adapted to what I'm teaching. However, my primary teaching is to trade on the daily charts. Okay, so at the end of this candle or the beginning of well, it was the end of this candle or back here, price was retreating the next day, so we actually got in at 0.8786 or better, which means in case price goes higher then we get in at a better price, okay? Expecting price still to come down. Now, this next day, with this huge black candle, you can see price not only hit the first profit target, okay, you can see that here's our first profit target, but it also hit our second profit target. So guys, most of you, even without watching your computer all day, and that's the great thing about this program, we're trading on the daily candles. You don't have to watch your computer all day. Automatically, it would have gotten the first and the second, and when you finally open up your computer and you saw this big black candle, you either had a choice to close your second position right there. Okay, let me just take out the drawing tool, or keep it open if you wanted to, if you thought the price was going to go lower. Okay, but there we go, guys. Now, one quick thing. I'm going to ask you a very important question. Why do you think I was interested in this particular currency pair? Okay, what was I seeing on the charts with the New Zealand dollar versus the CAD? What do you see here? And why was I particularly interested waiting for a sell signal? Okay, anyone know? Okay, well, pay attention again. And this is not that important. You don't need to learn this, but here is an amazing price pattern. Okay, so you can see this price pattern emerging as price was moving to the right here. We have lower lows, right? The price was going up, but it was getting lower and lower and lower. Okay, and here we had a major support zone right here, and guess what? This is called a descending triangle. Pressure is mounting up as price is going down, going up, down, being rejected, up, down, up. You see, the tops were lower and lower, and eventually in this area right here, so much pressure has been built up that eventually had to make a break, and it broke through the support, and that's the reason for this huge black candle. So a descending triangle, okay, and it's a price pattern. If you're doing, if you're trading just price action, but you don't need to know this. I'm just letting you know, guys, and that's why I was interested in this particular currency pair. Okay, so let me just take everything off. So again, congrats, huge winner, guys, and thank you very much for taking the trade alongside with me, because every trade signal I send out, I also take the trades. Okay, that's full transparency. Every signal I send out, I do actually take the trades, okay? And let's go on to our second big trade signal for the week. It was buy British pound, Australian dollar here. And there's something else I want to teach you about this one. This one's really interesting too. So here is the signal. First of all, right here, this is the signal I saw on my charts. And knowing that the British pound was gaining in strength by quite a bit. Okay, so British pound is very strong. The Australian dollar was weak on this time frame. And after this big, huge candle, I could have sent you the email alert for a buy position, but I didn't. I actually sent you the alert the next day, right here, okay, right at this small little doji candle. Okay, now why do you think I did that? What was the reason? Anybody know? Okay, as you'll learn later on the rules, this was a huge monster move, okay, completely engulfed this previous candle, but because it was such a huge move, normally price does not continue right away. It actually pulls back, or it rests. Now, after a huge solid move like that, and I think it was around 200 pips or something like that, I decided I was just going to wait and see what would happen, even though I got a valid signal here, okay? And so guess what? As I thought, price did not, it went up a bit, went down a bit, and then stayed almost exactly in the same area as the close of this big white candle. And by the way, this candle is called a resting candle. It's just resting and pausing, and most likely will head higher. And that's when I issued, guys, pay attention, that's when I issued the buy alert right here at the close of this candle or the open of this candle. And guess what? Another huge monster move up, and it did reach the, it went right through the first profit target, went right through the second profit target. Okay. And again, you guys had a choice. When you opened up your computer, you saw price way up here. So you could have closed your second position with another huge profit instead of just keeping it open. Okay. And that's what I would have done. Your first your first position would have been closed automatically here at the first take profit level. Okay. And again, here's the stop loss in case price does something crazy and goes all the way back down. Okay. So another great win, another big winner. Congratulations to all of you who took this trade. Okay. And again, little mini lesson there on this resting candle. Okay. So again, congrats. Let's move on now to the actual heart and soul of this lesson. We're going to look at this very first thing here. I want to alert you to finwiz.com, okay? And we're going to talk about currency strength tools, the same tools I use to determine my strong versus weak currencies, which helps me determine which currency pairs to trade, okay? So here it is, guys. After you get off the video or soon afterwards, go to finwiz.com. And we're going to take a look to see what I do here, because this is very interesting. You guys have never done this before, probably never seen this, but this gives you the actual charts of the currency futures, okay, futures of the individual currencies. So we're not talking about currency pairs. We're talking about individual currencies. So this is exactly what's going on with the US dollar. This is exactly what's going on with the euro, with the British pound, you see? So the chart is just for the British pound. It's not a pair. I want you to understand that. This is for the CAD. So I'm going to go to this website and right now, and I'm going to show you what I do, because this is where I start doing some interesting things, which I'm sure no one else does, okay? Okay, I've just opened up the finwiz.com website, guys, and at the top you can see here is like a menu, okay? And what I've done is I've clicked on, let me see if I can just, okay, I've clicked on the futures right here. I'm circling that. You can see that. So on top, you click on futures. And then after you click on the futures up here, then you would click on, you see, take a look right here at this tab, currencies, okay? And this will pop up. So you're going to get individual charts, for all the currencies. Now, this is super important. This is how I start the whole process. So in the evening, or sometime after 5 o'clock, I will turn to these charts, because this is the first step in choosing the strong versus weak currencies. And I'm very old school. I actually have a notebook beside me on the table beside the computer. I'm going to show you what I enter like in my notebook. I'm going to show you an actual copy of the page of a recent day that I did a few days ago. So I'll show you that in just a moment, but take a look here. We're going to start with the USD, and this is the most important. So first of all, notice that overall, and this is where you have to understand just a wee bit about price action, guys, but again, keep it very simple. Don't get bogged down in this complex analysis. It's super simple. So you can see overall, price is down, right? Okay, price is coming down. However, let me just take that off. Okay, so price is coming down. It makes a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. You see here, once price comes here, it takes out this previous low, which makes this the lower low, and again went up to make a lower high. This lower high is lower than the previous high, okay? And when you see this kind of pattern, guys, it's making a normal progression in a downtrend. So this is kind of a price action definition of a proper downtrend, making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and so on. Okay, so again, let me continue. Down here, this is very interesting. Makes a lower low, and I'm going to draw on my notepad or my notebook beside the computer. I'm going to draw this, the last 4 or 5 days, and I'm going to draw just a simple graphic illustrating what I see here. So we've made low, so which means all along USD has been very weak, okay, one of the weakest currencies, individual currencies. It attempts to go higher, then makes another low with this big red candle. So basically, this is what I'm drawing on my notebook. I'll actually write the word USD, and then I'm going to draw basically down, up, and down. Okay, that's what I'm going to do beside the USD. Now let's go to the euro. You can see euro is the opposite. Basically, it's made higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. Not a, yeah, still a, basically I'll call this a higher high because it did not go below this previous low. Okay, so again, makes a higher high for sure. It takes out this previous high. Okay, so it's higher than that, but now it's come down with a bit of weakness, and now you see this big huge green candle, huge up move. So basically we're in an uptrend. It momentarily, there was just a few days of weakness, but is basically on its way up again. And this is what I want to put down in my notebook. I want to, so I can remember, so I don't have to keep going back to the charts, right? So what I see here, let me just take that out. So I'm looking at the last 4, 5, 6 days, guys. So basically, price was up, price was down, and now price is going up. So we want to keep it really simple, okay? And I would draw that right beside my entry, beside EUR, euro, okay? Now, I'm going to show you exactly my notebook in just a moment. So this is what I'm doing. Okay, let me go to another currency here. We're going to look at the Japanese yen, which is kind of the opposite of what was going on with the euro and USD. And guys, remember, once you clicked on the currency tab, make sure you go up here. You're clicking on the D for daily. We're looking at the daily charts. I mean, if you click on here, yes, you can, the charts will change, okay, to the hourly, but we're looking at daily. That's what we want to look at, okay? So on the Japanese yen, you can see basically we're in a downtrending pattern, okay? Okay, when we look at the Japanese yen here, you can see basically over the last few weeks, it's kind of trending down here. So price goes down, goes up a bit, okay, makes a new lower low right here. It goes up. It does not make a higher high. It's even with the previous high. So, and then comes right back down again. You can see with this big red candle. So making kind of a lower low, and it's attempting to go higher by a little bit. The candles are very small. So guys, overall, we see weakness. So when we see price coming back down, and we also see some large like red candles, that means weakness in this individual currencies, okay? Whereas we have the opposite right here. Take a look at this section right here. This is the euro, guys. So price came down, up, made a new, you can see right here, new higher high. It was higher than the previous high, okay? And let me just do this. Then price came down, guys. Again, it's a new higher low. Here's the previous low. So this is higher than the previous low. And you can see with this huge candle on this last trading day, guys, it's now attempting to go higher, and most likely will go higher to at least there. Okay, so we are generally in an uptrending pattern for the euro, and again, that means strength. So strong against the weak, okay, or strong against the weak of the US chart, which I just showed you just a minute ago. Okay, now the next thing, once you've seen these currencies, individual currencies, you can also take a look at oil and also gold and silver. Okay, let me just pause the video for a second. Okay, you can take a look here at the menu again. Take a look, and you would just click metals right here. If you want to see the price of gold, for instance, here's gold, here's silver, okay? And if you go here, you click on energy right there, okay? You can see energy, you click on that, and you would see WTI, Western Texas Intermediate oil, okay? And so you can see the individual chart for these as well, the commodities, which will help you to understand what's going on. So for gold, for instance, you can see gold most likely will go higher. We're in an uptrend, okay? And let me just take that off because it gets a little bit messy here. So you can see I would be drawing, by the way, I include the commodities on my notepad beside the computer. It's very important because we do want to trade gold. Sometimes we want to trade silver, and we do want to trade oil, okay? So take a look, guys. We're making a higher high. It did not make a lower low, so even with this right here. So again, higher high, higher low, and finally broke out higher high again, okay, higher high. It's making a higher low, and look at that, a nice big beautiful green candle on the last trading day, showing overall strength in gold. Silver is a little bit sideways here, guys. And I also make a mention, when I see currencies going sideways, I would say this would be a sideways. It's not really doing anything. It's kind of going up, down a bit, up, down, up, sideways. So it's not tradable. So it's showing neither weakness or strength. Overall, yes, there's strength, but over the last 4 or 5 days, which is what we're interested in, guys. We're only interested in the last 4 or 5 days, right? So it's going sideways. I would stay away from this silver, but certainly I would be looking at gold possibly in the very, very near future to see if it goes any higher. Okay, so this is how I use the FinWiz tool, and then there's one more thing. Okay, that I want to show you. Okay, we're going to come to that in just a moment. That there's one more thing I want to show you that's very important while you're on the finwiz.com website. Okay, when you're on the FinWiz website, the second thing that you should do, and this gives you the 1-day relative performance for each currency, okay? So you would be clicking here, okay? So you click this tab, the Forex, okay? And make sure this is set on daily here. And when you click on that, and you've got to click over here, the performance tab, okay? So it's the Forex right here, Forex, and then performance. Click on that, and guess what? This comes up right here, and this is amazing because it tells you on this particular day, the New Zealand currency, individual currency, was stronger than anything else. So here's the relative performance of the New Zealand currency in relationship to the Audi, which was the next strongest, the CAD, the Euro, the Swiss franc, the British pound. So all of these were moving higher and stronger against the other weaker currencies. And these obviously are the two weakest, the Japanese yen and the USD, which really was kind of very weak, but did not show any strength or further weakness. Okay, so this is very important in assessing what you're going to do and how you're going to pick the actual currency pairs. Okay, and I usually do not choose the strongest. So let me just take that out, like the strongest here, okay, versus the absolute weakest, but I might want to choose depending on the signals I get, either the Australian dollar, the CAD versus maybe the Japanese yen or the US dollar. Okay, but this is what goes through my mind, and I'm sharing this with you guys. And this is super important. It shows you the 1-day relative performance of a currency to all the other currencies. So even the Swiss franc was much stronger than the British pound. Swiss franc was stronger than the Japanese yen. Or if you do it the opposite way, there was weakness in Japanese yen against the euro, the CAD, the Audi, and so on, right? Okay, so this is the second thing that's super important, guys, when you get to the finwiz.com website. And I also write this down, and you'll see that on my notepad because I can't keep going back to these charts all the time, right? So I just have, for every single day I'm looking at trade signals, I have a new daily sheet, and I write down some of this information, but it's very simple, and it only takes like a couple of minutes to do. Okay, so having said that, then let's go on with the lesson. And let me take that out. Okay. Okay, we're going to continue with the third tool, and you're going to find this really interesting, guys. Really exciting here. This is called the currency strength lines indicator. There's 2 or 3 I use. I'm still trying to figure out which one is kind of the best and which one I will offer you in the near future. And I may even do this at the end of this video. I may offer this one so you can use it. It's called the Currency Strength Lines Indicator, and I'm going to show you exactly what I do to help support my previous tools, to find which individual currency is stronger and which one's weak, and how I'm going to kind of choose which pairs I'm going to trade. Okay, so I'm going to go right to my charts because this is loaded up on my MT4 platform on one of the blank charts, and I'm going to show you that right now. Okay, here we go, guys. This is on my charts on the my trading platform, the MT4. Okay, and again, you can see the menu here. Euro, that's this color here. This is this blue line. That's the euro. The USD right here. That is this one. Okay, right there. The British pound is the light blue. The Japanese yen is this pink right here. These colors, they don't show completely accurately what you see here, but guys, again, this is a free indicator, so I'm not complaining, okay? The Audi there, that's kind of like a bit of a orange or salmon color. You can see that right there, okay? That is, take a look at my mouse, guys, my mouse cursor. That's the Audi. The New Zealand is the yellow right here, okay? You can see that. And the CAD is this right here on top of my charts. Then the Swiss franc is this green one, guys, and that is this right here. Now, so that's the color coding, and you can change the colors according to the way you want. I've got them set at this, guys, and so that's that. And I want you to take a look. Now, looking at this, which currencies overall are the strongest and which are the weakest? Okay, I do something completely different than I'm sure nobody does. And this is where I'm going to teach you one of my secrets, okay? So right here, you can see the highest currency, okay, is actually the Swiss franc, right? Okay, next highest is the green one, which is, I'm sorry, that's Swiss franc. That was the CAD. Okay, sorry about that. So that's Canadian dollar, the Swiss franc. This blue one coming down right here, that's the British pound. Okay, that's the British pound. This yellow one going higher, that is the New Zealand right there. You can see that. Here's the euro. So you would think maybe from top to down, that's how you would kind of visually see that these are the stronger ones, these are the weaker ones. But guys, when it comes to choosing my currency pairs, I do something completely different. Now, let me take that off just a second. And what I do, again, I'm using my notepad beside my computer, and you're going to see this. I'm going to draw a visual graphic for each currency pair from the strongest to the weakest. And right here, you're going to be surprised, but the strongest currency pair is the New Zealand dollar, this yellow one. And why do I determine that? Well, the first thing is I'm looking back over the last 3 or 4 or even 5 days, okay? And I draw on my notepad this pattern. See this yellow? New Zealand? Oh, okay. So we're the yellow here. So it goes down and then goes straight up, okay, straight up over the, and each line between these dashed lines is 1 day, represents 1 day. So over the last 2 days, it went sky high. So the strongest is New Zealand dollar, okay? Okay. Now, the next one, the next strongest is this one. Do you see this one right here with this salmon color right there? That belongs to the Australian dollar right there. So you can see, let me take that off again. Okay. You can see right here over the last 1, 2, 3 days, it's started up here. Okay. Right there. It's come down. So it's weak. Getting a little, improving the weakness, like getting a little bit stronger. And then again, really sharp to the upside. Okay. So over the last day, it just completely reversed. And I look at the angle, okay. So the angle means right there, that is stronger than this, than that. This is stronger than this. Okay. This angle is much stronger than this, which is really weak. Okay, so I look at the angle of the line over the last 2, 3, 4 days, and that's how I determine which one is strong, which ones are weak. Take a look right here, guys. This kind of purplish one. Okay. And that is Japanese yen. So you can see over the last 1, 2, 3, started here, went down, it became a little bit weak, tried to go up higher, didn't go higher than that, okay? So, and then down sharply in this last trading day, so really, really weak. So anyone that traded, let's say, the even here, the New Zealand dollar versus the Japanese yen would have made money, okay? So that's what I do. We're going to go more into this in next week's video, guys. I'm only giving you a quick primer, a quick lesson, but hopefully your eyes are open wide and that you're amazed at what you see, because it's not just this here. See here, right here, the Canadian dollar was sideways, just went sideways. Here we have a little bit of an up angle on this green, which is Swiss franc. This is coming down over the last 2 days. It went up and then came down, right? This blue right here, that belongs to the British pound. So getting weaker. The green is Swiss franc getting stronger. It crossed right there, right? So intraday, if you would have maybe traded the Swiss franc versus the British pound, you would have made quite a bit of money, okay? And so that was that. But I'm looking at the angles. That's the most important thing. And then I'm grading them and writing them in order on my sheet, on my notepad beside the computer, which is strong over the last couple of days, which are basically rising, which are falling. Okay. And that combined with the previous tool from FinWiz allows me to get a better idea and come up with a better idea of which currency pairs I'm going to trade with. So guys, here is the sheet, the notepad I used beside my computer after 5 o'clock prior to sending you out the signal, guys. This is what I come up with. It kind of looks like a mess, but if you want to look closely here at my notes, this is my the information from FinWiz. You can see that right there, right? Here's FinWiz, and this is, see these patterns I'm drawing? Okay, this is from FinWiz. So euro went up and it's coming back down. British pound up and still going up just a little bit sideways. But so the British pound is very strong, guys. Okay, and then I did the performance. The British pound was the best performing individual currency over all the others. Again, this is on FinWiz again, right here. Here's the performance, right, tab. And here I from strong to weak in order. from left to right. You can see that's what I did. And then from the strength, currency strength lines indicator, which I just showed you, I draw these. You see, here's for the British pound, up, and still going up. Euro, kind of sideways and going higher. And the weakest ones were like Audi was getting a little bit weaker, and Swiss franc was actually the weakest. And in the end, I ended up choosing on this day, which was May 11th. You can see that right there, May 11th, right? Okay, I picked buy British pound, the Australian dollar. This was the signal I sent out. Buy the British pound Australian dollar. Here's the entry at 1.8029. Guess what? Huge winner for 115 pips. Okay, so I know there's a mouthful. There's a lot to learn, but you guys don't really have to learn all of this. And I'm telling you right now, don't spend a lot of time on this right now. You're still following my signals. I'm still going to tell you what to trade, but I'm just teaching you. So for some of you who want to learn in the background and you want to get a bit of a better idea and an education on how I'm choosing my currency pairs, which, guys, I have a terrific win rate, okay? So if you want to learn a little bit more, this is some of the stuff that you're going to have to do, and you're not going to get any of this information on the computer or from online gurus or other coaches or other systems, guys. These are some of my personal secrets, and I'm very happy to share that with you. So again, I'm finishing up. Doing some basic strong versus weak analysis will help you tremendously to cut through the confusion and give you a clear idea as to what's happening in the markets. The previous tools I've shown you are used differently, but combined will give you the best indication as to which pairs to trade. These tools will not forecast or predict price direction, but will greatly help you eliminate poor decision making. So that's it, guys. I hope you truly enjoyed this video. It's a bit longer than most, but again, guys, you just have to watch one video per week. Normally, they're around 30 minutes long. And guys, if you can't spend 30 to 35 minutes or even 40 minutes watching a video one time per week, then you really should not be trading Forex. So if you like the video, that's fantastic. And you want to get my free signals, please send me your email address. I'll put you on my VIP list. There's nothing to buy, no credit card. I'm not going to sell you anything, and you send it to right here. This is my email address, mskyj007@gmail.com. Again, mskyj007@gmail.com. When you send me your email, guys, give me your first name. Tell me what part of the world you live in, and I'll be very happy to send you my next free signal. So this is me saying goodbye from Canada. Again, cheers. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Click on the like button, click on the like, click on the subscribe if you're new, and the bell. When you click on the bell, it makes sure that my YouTube videos get to your inbox. And guys, if you have any comments, I'll be more than happy to talk to you or give you my answers. Don't forget to comment as well. So there you go, guys. Take care. Cheers. And we'll see you at the next video. Bye for now.